Hi, I'm Nicole. I'm the Institutional Relations Manager with Spanish Studies Abroad. Thank you, Pedro, for inviting me to present about our programs, and thank you to all of you for joining today. We offer a number of programs in Spain and Latin America, but our most popular program location with Augustana is Seville. So that's the location that I'll be speaking the most about today. But if you have questions, feel free to ask as we go along. You can either unmute yourself and ask something, or you can write it into the chat and I'll try to answer. Great, so a little bit about Spanish Studies Abroad. We are a third-party provider that is based in Western Massachusetts, and we have a long-standing relationship with Augustana and have a number of students from Augustana that go abroad with us every year. And we have over 50 years of experience in study abroad. We specifically specialize in programs in Spanish-speaking countries, so Spain and Latin America, and really see ourselves as experts in Spanish language and cultural immersion programs. That said, you don't have to be a language major or minor to go abroad with us, because we do have an international studies program in Spain where students can do their coursework in English, English and Spanish, or primarily in English if they want to. We have 3 locations in Spain: Seville, Alicante, and Barcelona, and 3 locations in Latin America. So that includes Cordoba, Argentina, Havana, Cuba, and San Juan, Puerto Rico. We offer a number of different terms in terms of lengths of time. So you could go abroad for a January term, May term. We also offer summer terms 1 and 2, as well as full semester and academic year programs. So there's a lot of flexibility in terms of if you want to take 1 class abroad over several weeks, or if you want to do a full semester. There's a lot of options there. We also have quarter terms, as well as some other lengths of time. So what we offer primarily, we have classes for most majors and minors. You can do your coursework, as I said, in English and in Spanish, or you could do a fully immersive program all in Spanish. We offer excursions and activities in all of our programs, and we have a lot of support from pre-departure when you start the application to when you get on site. And then our programs are really immersive. As I said, we specialize in that. So we make sure that our students aren't just going and visiting a location, but they're really getting the full experience by living with host families. The majority of our students live with host families. Our students get paired with an intercambio, or a Spanish-speaking partner, and that's a local, typically a university student that wants to learn English, and you can practice your Spanish with them. And we also offer internship and service learning opportunities in our semester programs and our summer programs. So these are the type of semester programs that we offer. The International Studies program is great if you are a non-language major or minor. Maybe you haven't taken Spanish before, or it's been a few years, maybe you took it in high school, but you have a very basic level and don't want to do all of your courses in Spanish. This is where you would take the majority of your classes at one of the local universities that we work with, and you can take your courses in STEM, business, the humanities. There's, courses in English for any major and minor. Our Spanish Studies program, this is where students who are either Spanish major or minor typically enroll. And this is where all of your courses will be in Spanish with other international students. So we do have a prerequisite of 1 or 2 semesters of intermediate college Spanish for this. And it's a really great immersive program, but it's specifically designed for students like yourselves who maybe aren't, are basically learning Spanish and want to get to the next level, essentially. The Integrated Studies program is a little bit more advanced. This is great if you're a heritage speaker or a Spanish major and really want to focus on your Spanish studies while abroad. 1 or more classes are going to be with local native students. So you're direct enrolled in 1 course. which is a very advanced level Spanish class. And the rest of your courses will be in Spanish with other international students. And then, as I mentioned, we also offer internships and service learning. These are great opportunities if you really want to advance your language skills while also getting hands-on work experience for credit in a foreign country. These are our short-term programs. So as I mentioned, we have a number of short-term programs. These are offered at most of our locations. We have summer terms in all of our locations, and January terms in 3 of our locations, Seville, Alicante, and Cuba. These are great if you want to do an intensive language program in a short period of time. And our program in Barcelona, you can also do coursework in English over the summer. So these are our 3 locations in Spain. Today I'm going to talk about our Seville location because that's our most popular with Augustana students and where the majority of students study. So as you can see, it's an absolutely beautiful quintessential Spanish city. It's located in the heart of Andalusia. So it's a really perfect study abroad location, I have to say. You're in southern Spain in a mid-sized city. So it's unlike Barcelona or Madrid, it's a very manageable size. It's not overwhelming. It's really walkable. Most of our students live in the center of Seville or within walking distance of the center of Seville. And if they take classes at our Center for Cross-Cultural Study, they can walk to class. That said, it's also a mid-sized city, so you do have public transportation options. There's a metro line, and the weather is absolutely wonderful all year round. Very mild winters with hot summers. If you're looking to get out of the cold of, a Midwest winter, it's a great place to study abroad. And it's really famous for its beautiful Moorish architecture. It's also noted for its winding cobblestone streets, plazas. It's lined with orange trees. There's a river running through it. And as I mentioned, it's really walkable and it's also very bikeable. There's also a lot of bike paths going through it. So the majority of our students take their classes at the Center for Cross-Cultural Study. This is our very own center that's located in the absolute center of historic Seville. It's walking distance from a lot of the major sites. It's just located in a great location. Students also have the option of taking classes at one or 2 of the local universities that we work with. So this is just kind of where the majority of students take classes if you're in our Spanish Studies program or if you do a short-term program. And what the center is it's essentially a study center for North American students as well as local Sevillanos or people from Seville who want to take English classes. So our students take classes here. We have all of our own faculty. And then we also host a lot of cultural events. So there's monthly breakfast, there's intercambio events. We have 2 large outdoor patios here. So it really becomes like a hub for students to not just take their classes and do homework and do research, but it's also an area for students to get together, get to know their professors, come and talk to the staff. All of our staff have their offices here. So if you need to talk to the resident director, we have a student services advisor, we have the housing coordinator. So if you have any issues or questions for them, you can come here and speak to them. All right, and then in terms of applying, I know Augustana has their application process on their end, but on our end, you would open a free application with us on SpanishStudies.org and click on the Apply Now button. I don't have a picture of it, but it's pretty easy to find on our website. And it's a pretty straightforward application. You'll fill out your personal and academic information. Homeschool approval form will be sent to Augustana. That will go to Pedro for him to sign off on. If you're planning on taking Spanish courses, we also do ask for a Spanish language assessment from one of your professors. If you're planning to take courses in English, then that's not necessary. And then we also ask for a copy or a picture of your most recent transcript, just to see what courses you've taken most recently. It's a pretty straightforward process. You'll be paired with one of our admissions advisors when you start an application, and they kind of help you through the process. In the case of Augustana, that would be our colleague Kayla, and she's really experienced with working with Pedro and students from Augustana, so she's a great resource to help you with deciding which program might be the best fit for you, which classes are offered, and which ones you should take, as well as helping you through any other questions that you have, like the visa process, questions about homestays, all of that. And then in terms of COVID, we obviously have a lot of updates for students that are planning to go abroad in the spring. I'm not sure if you guys are freshmen or sophomore or juniors right now, but we have an upcoming webinar or info session rather happening this Thursday. That's going to be specific for students who are planning to study abroad next spring. But some of the things that we have changed is some programs are under 90 days, so students don't need an academic visa. We have limited program offerings in the spring. Students will be housed one per homestay. There'll be smaller class sizes at universities and at the center. And then we have a whole list of protocols and things to keep in mind, considerations for the spring. And finally, you can feel free to unmute yourselves and ask any questions now or write them into the chat. But if you have any questions beyond this info session, you can feel free to contact us via our info@SpanishStudies.org email address, calling, follow us on social media, or visit our website for more information.